2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer. The 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer blazes few new trails, but it's a pleasant enough, city-friendly SUV. What kind of vehicle is the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer? What does it compare to? The Chevy Trailblazer returned to the party last year as a slimmed-down, reasonably priced crossover SUV with a stylish bod and less turbocharged power than we'd like to see. Is the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer a good car/SUV? The Trailblazer is a stylish, refined choice, but it's not our favorite small SUV. We rate it at 5.6 out of 10, with demerits for its subpar acceleration and fuel economy. Read more about how we rate cars. What's new for the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer? This year, the Trailblazer mostly carries over aside from the addition of a heated steering wheel to high-end versions and a few air conditioning system tweaks. Look for L, LS, and LT as the mainstream trim levels, plus rugged looking, think Subaru Light, active and sporty looking, think Mazda Light, Rs. No matter the trim, the Trailblazer is a pert, attractive little SUV outside with clean, if hardly thrilling, looks inside. It's not a big statement maker, but its clean lines should help it look fresh for a while. Front drive models that start with L make use of a 1.2-liter turbo 3 rated at just 137 HP. A 1.3-liter version comes with all-wheel drive, and it trades the base continuously variable automatic transmission, CVT, for a 9-speed automatic. With 155 HP tasked with lugging around a little more heft, it's hardly a transformative combo. Fuel economy is good on paper, but not great in practice. The EPA says to expect upward of 30 mpg combined with front-wheel drive and 28 mpg combined with all-wheel drive. Our experience suggests that's 10% high, and off the mark of some competitors. The Trailblazer heads to dealer lots with standard automatic emergency braking and 8 airbags. A few tweaks late in the 2021 model year bumped its federal crash test score to 5 stars overall, a figure that should carry into 2022. How much does the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer cost? Chevy hasn't detailed pricing for the 2022 Trailblazer, but don't look for it to stray far from its just over $20,000 base price. Realistically, plan on at least the LS or LT trim levels for around $26,000 with a few options. Where is the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer made? Styling. The 2022 Trailblazer's looks should age well. Is the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer a good-looking car? It may not be as playfully styled as some of its competitors, but the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer has a nice, cohesive look inside and out. We award it a 6 out of 10. Base L and LS trims are a little bland outside, but the LT swaps in more stylish wheels and a fashionable black painted roof that works well on this small SUV. The Trailblazer is less interesting inside with a bland but functional dash. Active and Rs versions swap in colorful trim that helps elevate this SUV's interior style at least a little. Performance. The 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer is not a sporty choice. Is the Chevrolet Trailblazer 4WD? It can be. Adding all-wheel drive ups the price by $2,000, but it also brings a better transmission and more power. How fast is the Chevrolet Trailblazer? How much time have you got? With just 137 HP on tap in front-wheel drive form, the Trailblazer is a slow SUV. We rate it at just 4 out of 10, with a point dialed back from average for its pokey moves. All-wheel drive versions swap the base 1.2-liter Turbo 3 for a 1.3-liter Turbo 3, which is included with the CVT on higher-spec front-drive models, that UPS power to 155 HP, with a commensurate increase in torque. The real gem here is the 9-speed automatic transmission that, while not perfect, is a clear improvement over the front-drive model CVT. The Trailblazer has a comfortable, compliant ride, even with the big wheels included on pricier versions. Handling is nothing special, though the steering is well weighted. The active version swaps in an off-road oriented suspension, but in practice its ride quality is about the same as other models. Comfort and quality. The Trailblazer makes good use of its small footprint. The 2022 Chevy Trailblazer is a pint-size SUV with a bit more interior space than you might expect. We rate it at 6 out of 10 on account of its versatility, including its 25 cubic foot cargo hold. 5 adults is wishful thinking, but the Trailblazer easily accommodates 4 in comfort, plus enough luggage for a weekend getaway. LT and above versions come with a 10-way power-adjustable driver's seat that offers good all-day support. The interior has good small item storage and its materials have a nice look and feel in higher trim levels. Active noise cancelling helps make the Trailblazer fairly quiet for a vehicle this inexpensive. Safety. The 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer offers good crash test scores and plenty of crash avoidance tech. How safe is the Chevrolet Trailblazer? The 2022 Chevy Trailblazer has performed well in what crash tests have been performed, and all versions come standard with automatic emergency braking. Once the IIHS checks in, we'll update this space with a full score. All Trailblazers are equipped with a slew of airbags including knee-protecting bags that deploy from the dash. Adaptive cruise control is optional on LT and higher grades. After a rocky start last year, Chevy tweaked the Trailblazer and it was retested by the NHTSA. The result? A 5-star overall score. Features. The 2022 Chevy Trailblazer can be had in plenty of flavors, though none are a screaming deal. The 2022 Chevy Trailblazer comes equipped with good features in most variants, though there are some quirks to its lineup. We rate it at 6 out of 10 on account of its good infotainment system. Skip the base Trailblazer L at about $20,000, which basically exists for dealers to advertise an ultra-low price. Instead, the $23,000 is really the gateway to the lineup. It's not lavish, but it does include active safety features, and 7.0-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, and alloy wheels. Which Chevrolet Trailblazer should I buy? The $25,000 LT includes cruise control, which is optional on the LS, and it's the gateway to more options including a black roof and adaptive cruise control. It's the one we'd get, unless you're smitten with the active Subaru-ish styling. All-wheel drive costs about $2,000 more depending on the trim level. How much is a fully loaded 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer? You can push a Trailblazer up to about $33,000 with every option box ticked. That buys you a well-equipped Trailblazer that is priced against larger and more polished competitors. Fuel economy. The 2022 Chevy Trailblazer isn't as thrifty as its little engines would suggest. Is the 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer good on gas? You might think that a small engine means great fuel economy. Think again. The 2022 Chevrolet Trailblazer is just average for its size. Opt for the bigger engine and front-wheel drive and the EPA rates the Trailblazer at 29 mpg city, 33 highway, 31 combined. By the numbers, the greenest Trailblazers are not the cheapest models. Those with the 1.2-liter turbo 3 score 29/31/30 mpg. All-wheel drive versions clock in with an unimpressive 26/30/28 mpg. In real-world use, we've seen a figure closer to 25 mpg combined with all-wheel drive. That's not impressive.